Part two of how I built my tutoring business. And I want to give you some advice and some things that you can follow to make it successful and not be so stressful. We've got enough stress in our lives, right? You could be a or a teacher teaching full time and you're tutoring on the side. Or maybe you're in a transitional stage in your life. As for an example, I'm a retired elementary school teacher, and this is what I do for my part time job. Or maybe you're just in between jobs and you're thinking, I have a specialty. I'm really good with numbers and I want to teach kids math skills. Okay. Whatever it happens to be, we all get stuck. But I recently was going through this little spreadsheet, or not a spreadsheet, this little thinking sheet. And in part one, I asked you to fill out something similar to this. And on this one, I want to talk to you about marketing, okay? Because it's going to be really important that you have a plan of action, at least in your head, of how you are going to get the word out about your tutoring business. Now, on my little picture, I posted locally and nationally. Let's talk about nationally or even internationally. You want other people to know about you. You don't want to be stuck in a position where nobody knows who you are. So, after you've figured out what you're going to call yourself, and make sure there's some indication of what you're doing. Don't make the mistake that I made and just go by Tutoring with Cheryl. Still like my brand name. I'm not going to change it. But if you would say math with Martha, or chemistry with Chris, or something like that, if you're lucky enough to have a name that goes like that, use it, use it. Check to see if somebody else is using it. But if it hasn't been claimed yet, then go ahead and use that name. You can go online and you can search for other businesses in your state or province to see who's already taken that name. So make sure that you do your due diligence there. The first thing that I'm going to tell you to do is grab that Google profile. I'll be sure to link that in the description of this video. So, how to go about doing it? I did a recording with my twin sister. We decided to go and talk about why I lost my Google business profile. You don't want to lose it. I didn't really do anything wrong. What I ended up finding out that I did incorrectly that caused me to lose it was that I was posting too many times, making too many changes, and I hadn't actually claimed my house as my address. I was trying to claim a post office box. Well, that looked great on paper. It didn't work for Google My Business. So don't make that mistake. Make sure that you go watch that. So the very first thing that you're going to do is have that Google business page. The next thing I really want you to consider is having a website. There's a lot of tutors that say, I don't have a website. I don't need one. I rely all on my social media. I think your website can really tell the story of what your expertise is much better than social media. Nobody wants to go to your social media and scroll through hours of reels when they can go to your website and quickly get a really good sneak peek at who you are and what you do. So make sure that you do that. You can get a lot of places will help you set this up very minimally, like a Wix. Wix, I believe you can use for free. WordPress, I know you can use for free. But I'm going to just tell you right now that you have to figure out how to get it to go out to other places. And I probably have a video somewhere on this channel about that. And if I've got it, I'll be sure to include it. But you want to have that main, I don't know what I even want to call it, but like your handle, where you're going to host it through, that's got to be published out there where people can find you. So there's a little bit of logistics behind that. Hiring somebody to help you is great, but please don't give over the power of the website to somebody else. When you do that, you're really slowing down immediate changes that you might want to make on your website. And don't you want to be in control of your own website and your own destiny? I know I do. Over the course of time, I went ahead and I purchased TutorBird, and I will also include that link in the description if you want to try it out for 30 days. But I purchased it because I really needed a place to kind of have a hub of information. And I'm really glad that I did it because it really paid off in the end. I have less things to worry about, and I can go to one central location for all of my scheduling, billing, note taking, plus my website. Okay, so website is what tells the story. And even something as simple as a TutorBird website will tell the story. I'll leave the link to my website in this description, and you can go there and you can check it out as well. Now, that's going to kind of take care of some of the basics nationally. When we think about marketing locally and nationally, we can do it two ways. Social media. Number one, create a YouTube account. I know it might be really, really scary to do that. And I probably have a video on that too. So if I do, I'll include it in the description. Starting one can feel really scary and overwhelming, but I'm going to just tell you most of us are taking selfies on our phone with family members, doing videos for TikTok. It's not that difficult to do shorts, and you can do video shorts to get your channel going. So start to tell your story. Hey, guess what? I'm opening up my tutoring center. It's located here. Come and visit us. We are going to support you with this, and start sharing your story. Okay, maybe you haven't opened it up. I want to open it up. What do you guys need help with? Let me know in the comments. I'll follow along on my journey. Tell that story, okay? People love that stuff. Okay, so we're talking about social media and YouTube, but don't forget or neglect Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Got to tell you, most of my parents actually find me on Facebook. They go back and they go through my entire Facebook, all of my posts. They go through my reels and they watch it. And when they call me, they are ready to start with me because they've got that history. Some of them are over on Instagram too, but most of them, when I ask them, they either found me on YouTube or they found me on Facebook. So social media can be really powerful. And then locally, do not discount business cards. Business cards, got these through Canva. They're really, really nice. They're nice and solid. They look professional. I designed it myself. It was not difficult to do. I believe I designed this maybe even a Google Slides maybe, and then I downloaded the JPEG, and or it was either a JPEG or a PNG, and boom, there it is. There it is. Here I'm peeking through the cloud. All right. And don't discount signs that you can post in people's yards. Find out in your state or province. Can you post a sign on a county road without getting a fine or being registered with your local county as a business? I mean, that's what I do. I a lot of times, especially right now, probably in the next month or so, my signs are going to pop up right around graduation time. Use graduation time because parents have younger children or they know somebody who has a younger child and they're talking about school because they're all going to those graduation parties. So post your signs because they can be big game changers. I have magnets on both sides of my car. Um, and then, most recently, within the last year, I did a radio campaign and I got a student off of it, and it didn't cost me very much. And that student is still with me. So it does work, and if the radio ad cost me $250, and I still have that student, I made my money back plus. So those are the things that I'm going to tell you to consider for marketing. There's a lot of other things that you can do. I've done ads in local newspapers or flyers that go out in the mail, but those just don't seem to be as effective. Even a sign at a local mini mart that you can just print out or take to a local library and ask if you can leave there. Most times they'll tell you no, but if you know the local librarian, doing a little coloring page and say sponsored by, putting your website on there, they're more likely to take a coloring page from you than they are a flyer. But don't forget your local coffee shops. Take little activity pages in, put it in the corner where the little kids play, and you're bound to get a student. I hope this was helpful. Stay tuned for part 3, where we talk all about spaces to teach.